post a link?
No, not yet.
Did you want to change the sticker?
We are streaming, huh?
Do you want to change that?
What do you mean?
Really quick. I sent them to you.
Oh, what?
I sent you the new images.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are you high right now?
Nah, I'm not going to fucking bother with that now. I'll do it later.
All right. Well, do you want to look at them? It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. I'll fuck it with it.
Can we get a... Oh, you're handling everything. Can we just get a sound check on my board?
Yeah, go for it. Oh, try now?
It would help to plug it in, huh?
Sure would.
See, that's why we do the sound check.
Yeah.
You should have brought your
Oh.
silver dollar thingy.
Oh, yeah. I forgot it.
It's just shooting the shit, Gav.
Okay.
I got some stuff I want to talk about, too.
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
Yeah, give me all the volume you got.
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
That's perfect. This is you, Gav. I found the most accurate picture of you I could find.
Thank you.
Oh, and I was able to tag him. Beautiful. All right, it's posted and shared for me. I don't know about you.
Not there yet, no.
All right. You want me to just go? We got.
Yeah, go ahead.
we
I'll
got
be able
some
to do
shit
it.
All right, kids, we're starting up. Hello, kids. This is Ryan from the Dead Radio Podcast. Please excuse me while I get these plugs out of the way. Please subscribe to the Dead Radio Podcast on iTunes, Beyond Pod, or whatever your mobile podcast app preference may be to download and listen to the show on the go. Not sure how to do that? Go to our YouTube page by searching Dead Radio Podcast and watching the lovely video Adam posted to teach you dummies how to figure it out. You might as well subscribe to the channel as well while you're there. We're also on Instagram at Dead Radio Podcast and on Facebook as well. Facebook.com/Dead Radio Podcast. If you'd like to support the show, send us a few shekels at our Patreon page, patreon.com/Dead Radio Podcast. Your support will help to enhance the show and fund future Dead Radio projects like Tim Cop, a live chili cook-off, and a shot-for-shot remake of Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley. We do this show for fun, but as Danny DeVito and Twins once said,
well, money talks and bullshit walks.
We also share the internets with other local podcasts, so check out Dark Side Records Podcast, Dorkside at Dark Side Podcast, Hudson Valley Legends Podcast, and Hudson Valley Transmitter Podcast. And as always, the Dead Radio Podcast is sponsored by Track 7 Studios, providing quality artistic photography and video services for advertising or events of any size. They will photography anything. And if anybody has been paying attention, I just said the word podcast 13 times. Thanks for listening. Enjoy the show.
This is the latest disclosure in a report from National Civil Defense Headquarters in Washington. It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life.
Welcome to Dead Radio.
We're not doing that.
How did she come to have sex with a dead man?
Don't call me Radio Unit 91.
You're a dead man. You're a dead man!
He's God here in this radio station.
Place where the dead speak.
Rebel Radio!
I'm a fake? Yes. How'd you like to be dead?
You ever think about doing radio?
My team is dead!
But you're not crazy. You're me. And this is just radio.
By the powers vested in me by the Federal Communications Commission, I command you to get on the microphone in a serious manner and continue this broadcast.
I'm giddy. This is quite possibly the happiest day of my life.
Why is that?
Because my best bud in the whole wide world is on with me. And I'm not talking about Adam. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. What the hell is going on here? Episode 112. Off and running. We have a special guest this week. My former fellow employee, Gavin, the Canadian Hammer, Burt.
Now, what does the Canadian Hammer mean?
Well, we have a guy on, he's Swedish, and he is a flaming homosexual. We've had him on a couple times. He's the Swedish Hammer, and you're the Canadian Hammer. And it's just, you know, it means you fuck. This guy likes to fuck.
Okay.
What is that from? That guy fucks. Like
That's from Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
That
was a
Weren't we in public one time when I said that about like some weird dude that walked by and I was like, that guy fucks.
Well, Gavin, I sent him a birthday card. Actually, Brooke sent him a birthday card. Let's not get that twisted.
Mm-hmm.
Can we move that paper towel roll? It's unprofessional. So yeah, Brooke sent him a. Wow, that was the end of the thing. Brooke sent him a birthday card in the mail, and I said, you know, whenever you want to come on the podcast, just let me know. And he called me like 2 days later. It was like, I want to come on the podcast. I was like, okay, good. We didn't have anybody lined up.
We kind of did, but we would have had to do like Wednesday.
Yeah.
So the North.
Oh,
River
for the
people.
we're looking at the North River Brewing people very soon. Mm-hmm. Gavin's gonna be very quiet, I think, until he loosens up. Maybe we should get some.
Do you want a beer?
I'll stick with water. I actually don't drink alcohol.
Oh,
yeah.
All right.
Gavin's not much of a drinker.
No.
Last time he drank, he beat up a hooker.
Not exactly, but it's been about 6 years since I drank.
So Gavin is a longtime radio guy. I don't know we can talk about NeverSync, right?
Sure.
You're part of NeverSync Media Group. It was the radio. I used to be an engineer for their radio stations, but like the radio stations belong to the same owner as the engineering side. So there you go. Then my home used to be NeverSync Media Cluster in Port Jervis, New York. And what the hell do they call you? What's your actual?
I'm operations manager.
Operations manager. Everybody basically texts him or emails him to do stuff, and he has to snap too. So yeah.
And I have to answer the phones, which is and I've said this on the air over there, so this isn't a secret. Answering the phones is the least favorite task I have. It's just because 70% of the calls are illegitimate.
Yeah, most of the stuff.
Illegitimate.
Like wrong numbers, telenumbers,
okay. Illegitimate children.
Yeah.
Yeah, he basically, Gavin was, we just used to fucking beat on him constantly when it came, like, because he had to do the radio side of everything, the broadcast side of everything, and also the engineering side. So he had to handle all of our bullshit as well as everybody else's bullshit. And now that I'm gone, that's one less thing he has to deal with.
Is your life a lot easier now or harder?
With Ryan being gone,
yeah,
it's actually harder because Ryan had been with the company almost 10 years, so he was one of the long-timers. So now he's gone, and the only one left of the long-timers is Sal, who I would take Ryan any day of the week as a coworker over Sal.
Yeah, Sal's a bit of a cunt.
I've never met him, but I would probably imagine that. Yeah,
from stories?
Yeah, just from the things you've told me.
Yeah. Sal's very mean to Gavin. I'm very nice to Gavin. Even though I laugh hysterically when Sal's fucking making his life miserable. I think it's hilarious to watch. But
well, I will admit that as the years went on, I started to get my revenge. My favorite thing to do at the office was obviously at the appropriate moment. Obviously, if the county executive is going to be making a visit or the sheriff, this isn't right to do.
Yeah, if the mayor is coming into, which does happen.
Yes. Oftentimes when they would walk away from their computer, they wouldn't lock it. So I would go on and find, for instance, a picture of Justin Bieber and Calvin Klein's. And I would, and then I would minimize it. So then they would be closing out their computer, and then this picture of Justin Bieber would come out of nowhere. I would get that would bring such laughter to my face, every time.
Yeah, I'd go out to my car for a tool or something, come back, and there's just naked men all over my phone. Not naked, but shirtless men all over my computer. It's like tasteful, fucking nice, sexy poses. It's not even just dicks hanging.
You don't want it to
it's just
a sexual harassment.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I don't know. He got us this. This is like the mainstay. Like I made a mount
for the bell.
For anybody who doesn't know, I ring the bell. Adam can't really quite reach it, but I have it so that I flick the dead radio dildo, as I'm going to call it. I flick it, and it hits the sexual innuendo bell twice for some reason now. That was a going away gift for people who don't know. It was a going away gift from Adam to me, as well as the moist
From
anal
Gavin.
lube.
You said Adam. It was from me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Jesus Christ. Gavin. It's from Gavin. No, we're already starting. So this has become
a staple of the show.
A staple of the show. I don't think this is going to move, and if it does move, it's moving to a better position.
We have. Let's see what it's up to. Hang on one sec.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it was at. It was.
Can we have a moment of silence for Jason Fulham, please?
We should have a bumper for that too.
Oh yeah, with like grim music and shit. Like fucking, church organs and stuff.
You see, I kind of got to find...
You got to hang with us, Gav, because it's like, a lot of this stuff is inside.
I got to find where because somebody shared it recently.
Oh, and fantastic news, real quick. The inside joke thing actually made me think of this. All of our episodes are now available on iTunes and Beyond Pod and Stitcher and all those. It used to be 50 at a time, the earliest to the 50 before. Now they are all available. So if anybody wants to go back and listen to episode 10...
To a much lower quality show.
Episode 10, part 1 and 2, the WDCC tapes when I was a DJ at Dutchess Community College. Maybe you want to take a listen to that. They are available for download.
So we just did a simple video, like on my phone for Instagram, of just the penis and then him ringing the bell. It's the easiest video I've ever... Usually I spend an hour on a 1-minute video for Instagram, and this took 12 seconds.
And it's a 9-second video.
Yeah, and on Facebook we have 1,289 views on it.
Wow.
Yeah, and I think like 600 on Instagram.
Our most viewed video.
It's the one viral video you needed.
Is a gift from you
But
to
I mean,
me.
it's March 17th we made the video, and it's still getting shared, so it could go viral at any time. Yeah. So that's pretty exciting. So I just threw hashtag Dead Radio Podcast in there. I edited it.
Yeah.
Because I wish I had done that from the beginning. But I didn't think it would go anywhere. So yeah. So we're talking almost 2,000 people if I can watch the video.
It's fantastic. I love it.
Well,
I'm very excited about it.
If I may add about the present, I don't know if Ryan remembers this back from early March when I gave him the present, but I needed wrapping paper for the present. And my favorite reading material at home is the Wall Street Journal. So here's this fake penis from the adult store wrapped in the Wall Street Journal. So I think that makes it a very special gift because not only do you have the gift of a fake penis, which is reasonably well endowed, but you also have the ability to read about interest rates and the price of oil. I mean,
while I'm swinging my dick around.
Yeah, I just picture him just like sitting and reading and just like flopping the thing around, almost like when a girl twirls her hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
I twirl the dick. But it can't leave the table. It really can't. I like it here because I like when I'm like getting annoyed at something, I can like stress squeeze it too. I'm like, you fuck. All right. It's very, it helps. It's a good. Yeah. It's very therapeutic.
Wow.
Especially in this area.
I didn't know that. I didn't know you did that.
Spot.
You are a strange man.
Yeah. Do you want to do... Oh, yeah, and Gavin would constantly ask me, hey, what does Brooke think about all this stuff? Like you hugging me and everything. I just hugged him, grabbed his ass as he walked through the front door here while Brooke was standing next to me. That's my wife.
When I came here today and I heard, because I didn't know where in your home the broadcast would be coming from, when you said it would be in the basement, I started to think this might be some sort of John Wayne Gacy thing.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of is. There's skulls on the fucking wall, if you notice, and there's a fisherman over there. a seaman, if you will.
So if Sal is listening, just remember, if I'm not at work tomorrow at 8 a.m., call the state police.
Sal ain't fucking listening. He might call in.
He comments sometimes, so
He does, and then I delete him because it's mostly just like
him
bullshit.
just talking shit.
Yeah. So anyway, we have a little segment that you're gonna have to sit out on, Gavin, because you're lame.
Okay.
So I thought of this. I played it earlier, but maybe we'll make this the thing.
To alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So this segment is called "What Are You Drinking?" I'll get mine out of the way. It's Hop Commander. I've had it 10 times on the show. It's awesome.
And it's
rated. I'm gonna complain. They need to get a few new things in there.
And it's by Captain Lawrence. Brewery out of
local folks. Great stuff.
Elmsford, New York. I am drinking a local brew. It's called Embark Craft Cider Works American Hopped Cider, and it's from 10 Decade Enterprises LLC in Williamson, New York.
That's just a great name. It's just a great name. It's just fucking
10 Decade.
Read the whole thing again.
Okay.
You didn't get the
Embark
joke,
Craft Cider Works American Hopped Cider by 10 Decade Enterprises LLC in Williamson, New York.
10 Decades Enterprises LLC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Produced and bottled.
Why didn't they just put that in the fine print if it was for legal reasons?
But you know what? Here's the funny thing. Like, I didn't read that part. I just saw Embark Craft Cider Works. I saw a New York thing, 100% New York State apples, gluten-free, contain sulfites, the norm. So I grabbed it. If I had noticed 10 Decade Enterprises LLC, it probably would have thrown up a red flag for me.
Yeah.
This particular cider tastes like apple cider with vomit in it.
That does happen. That Sam Adams tasted like that. Let me try it.
This is not good. First of all, it says it's semi-sweet. This is like tart and it tastes like a Granny.
It smells like puke.
It tastes like a Granny Smith apple.
I'm not.
Yeah, it tastes just like the Sam Adams one.
Yeah, the Stone Dry.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah,
that's really not good.
It was a shame. And you know what? Like, I wanted to be like. At first, I was kind of like, I don't want to bring it to the table because we're gonna have to shit on it because it's not good.
No,
but
we have to. Yeah, if it sucks, you got to do it. I mean, you still drank 5 of them, though, didn't you?
I like their logo though,
And,
the decoration of the can.
And so, I mean, yeah, it's cool. You see it? It's just a regular can with a stuck
Paper.
label to it. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, so it seems very one-off, like a very small brewery, but
It's nice that
it's just not good.
I like the cans are cool. They have a bunch of different ones. But that was another red flag. They had like 4 or 5 different kinds, but I've never heard from them ever.
Yeah.
So there was shit I should have paid attention to, but didn't. I wanted a nice cider and I didn't get one.
What was the one we tried recently?
So
they sell it at my market. It's in like a wine bottle.
I don't know, but I drank all of it.
It was good. It was really
Oh,
good.
is it a very plain looking label?
Yeah, very simple.
And it's just like American cider or something like that?
Yeah, it was like $12.
Yeah, I've
it
had
wasn't
that
overly
before. I don't know what
expensive.
it's called, though.
It was good though. I liked it.
But anyway, for this, Embark Craft Cider Works.
It certainly does suck.
Yeah. I'm going to finish it though because it is 6.4%.
Yeah, I mean you got to drink it, right?
And I can get
what
some
else
good
are you gonna
burps out of
do?
this. Well, I have Glutenberg in the
Yeah,
which
but I
will
mean
talk
that's
about
open
later.
already. You don't want to waste it. You don't want to be that guy.
No, I mean you can finish it, but it's
I can taste the vomit.
yeah, it does. It tastes a little bit like vomit, and that's too fucking bad. So, but while we're on beer,
Oh, we forgot to play right now. I guess it doesn't really work if he's not drinking. It has to be a surprise for the guest.
yeah, that's more of a guest thing, I think. But
Yeah. Anyway.
in any case, I did an interview. I don't know. I did an interview with Hudson Valley Transmitter.
All right, we're moving on.
What?
Change the subject.
Well, what more do you want to talk about?
No, you used to be all about the fucking segues. Now you're just like, I'm done with that. I'm just gonna move on.
done. We're moving along. I looked over at Gavin to see. I was like, well, Gavin's here. Chime in if you want, bud.
Okay.
I was on Hudson Valley Transmitter podcast. I just did a recording the other day. and it. I'm nervous that I came off sounding like a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like how?
I talked a lot of shit about like PDH and Town Square and
Cumulus,
formerly Cumulus Media.
That's
And
okay. I mean, I'm sure everyone listening would be like, "Well, yeah, that's true."
Well, I don't want to I don't want to shit them so hard because people work there that are good
It
dudes.
doesn't change the fact that they could do better.
What?
The company.
The company itself, yeah. I kind of.
I mean, I don't know what you said. I'm just guessing.
I basically aimed at the specific, WPDH, WRV, and I feel bad, but what are you gonna do?
The people that work there talk the most fucking shit out of anybody.
It was supposed to be aimed at Town Square Media. That's what it was supposed to be aimed at. But I also know that some people that do work there are corporate kiss asses, so they might get butthurt about it. Well, but at the same time, I texted Mark back. I'm like, sorry, man, if I came off the next day. Thanks for having me on. I'm sorry if I came off across as kind of a dick when I was talking shit about the other radio stations. He was just like, fuck it. If they're listening, that's probably a good sign.
Yeah, bad press is press.
Yeah,
It's fine.
If they piss and moan about it.
Yeah, what are they going to do?
Yeah.
The best thing that will ever
They
happen...
They can't curse at us, that's for sure.
The best thing that would ever happen to this show would be a cease and desist.
Oh, yeah,
it'd be
great.
fucking awesome. It'd be so fucking great, because that would mean that thousands of people had heard about it, and then we just leak something to somewhere else, and it'd be fucking great.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, I mean, I don't think you have anything to worry about. The only person that I know that, I know a lot of people that work for the radio stations, but, you remember Terry? I won't give out his last name. He used to live with me. He worked for Town Square.
Yes.
He came in when they bought the place, so I had a lot of inside info as to what was happening. He's like, yeah, they fired a lot of people today. He's like, they don't know yet, but they fired a lot of people today.
Oy.
He's like, they're going to find out tomorrow morning, when they walk in and then are escorted out by security. And that was the higher salespeople, people that all the people that we know don't even know, the people that are in another office that you've never heard of.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just, it seemed like a horrible company.
I didn't get escorted out by security at Neversink. I just said, see ya. And everybody was just like this. Bye.
But look what your severance gift was.
I know.
I know my severance gift. Yeah. And,
I mean, you weren't fired though. You resigned.
Yeah. I resigned. Resigned is a better word.
Yeah, we're
I didn't
now.
quit.
You resigned.
I just decided not
if
to
I
do
ever
it
quit,
anymore.
If I ever quit Crafted Cup, I'm going to write Tanner a letter of resignation. Just to be ridiculous. It's like, Adam, this is a coffee shop.
I had a letter of resignation ready, but then I was kind of like, they don't fucking give a shit. It's going to go right into the
Well, a lot of
Gavin's
places
going to throw it into his famous shredder.
Well, a lot of places want it for legal reasons, but that doesn't really seem like the kind of thing.
Nah,
because when I left Volkswagen, I needed to write them a letter.
Oh, really?
She was like, "Yeah, it's fine. Just you need to type something up and give it to me and sign the bottom. That's all. Just that we have a paper trail saying that you quit. We didn't fire you."
Yeah. And just for those who are listening, who are curious, Town Square Media is a nationwide company that unfortunately took over the WPDH WRV Wolf 94.3 cluster, Mix 97.7 in the area. Neversink Media Group, however, they are local, locally owned and operated. So can't talk shit about that because, they're just doing their thing.
You still work there.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
So we definitely can.
But I wouldn't either.
But you and I could have a conversation about their clients, and he can just sit there and not say anything and be uncomfortable if you want to do that.
Yes, I will remain silent.
I told him we wouldn't put him on the spot. The dildo is probably enough. Do you want to touch it?
Maybe later.
Just the tip, maybe later. Okay.
Well, I'm sure you touched it at some point. You wrapped it, or was it in a box?
It was in a box, and
okay.
I left it in there, and I also gave him a condom with it. I thought this would be
It's right
appropriate.
here.
It's political. It says, what does it say on it?
It's a picture of the donkey and the elephant from the Democrat, Republican, respectively, and it says either way you're screwed.
So I thought that would be appropriate.
Adam's like, yeah, okay. No one cares.
No, that's fine.
Well, Ryan and I
They do make these things so you can put a condom on them, though. That's what that's for.
Oh, that little
Yeah.
that little base thing.
Yeah.
So the roll kind of snaps around it.
Yeah, that's what I've heard
So
anyway.
then, just think about how
never
appropriate.
used. You've used them before, right, Bosh?
Mm-hmm.
Just
But
think about how
I don't
Those
use
are
condoms.
But now, think about how appropriate it
Or
is.
both.
I gave you this type of dildo. The condom will fit on perfectly.
Maybe we should put the condom on it.
No, that's gonna
Then
be
it
all
gets
slimy.
lube everywhere.
You have lube all over your hand and the bell and all over the fucking
Is
place.
this lubricated? Some of them are not lubricated. They're
If
just
it's
dry.
if it doesn't say not lubricated, it's lubricated.
Lubricated latex condom.
Although we could do like a condom comparison sometime, because have you ever seen Magnum condoms? Magnum condoms fucking fit everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It's stupid. It's just a marketing thing.
Really?
Josh is
Yeah,
like,
they're no
yeah,
bigger. They're the same
sure.
fucking size. A regular Trojan condom will fit a dick this goddamn big. I'll show the camera. It's bigger than. It's wider than the lens.
It's bigger than a bread box. Is
yeah,
what we're saying.
Yeah, like over 12 inches.
Okay.
Yeah, Magnum it's a fucking joke. If you're buying Magnum condoms, it's because you're fucking worried about how big your dick is.
Or how
I
small
want to.
They're the same fucking size.
I want to find out
Yeah.
now because they got those sample packs.
Yeah.
That you can buy. There's like 3 of them in there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're a little bigger, but they'll absolutely fit a person with a small penis.
We should have
it just doesn't unroll as much.
Write it down. We should have the condom. The Dead
Don't write
Radio.
it there. I need this spot right
Write
there.
DRP condom challenge.
Well, maybe you could have written it there, and we could have used it for a title.
See?
Yeah.
Content. Thanks, Gavin. You
You're
said
welcome.
like 5. You said 5 fucking words.
That's
and
efficient
we already,
as hell.
We already got
That's very
something
efficient.
out of it.
I specialize in efficiency.
Whereas you have someone like Scott that comes on here and brings nothing, and just doesn't shut up the whole fucking time.
Well, I have something pretty fantastic. Well, not fantastic, but I have something that we haven't.
It's not fantastic, but it's something.
I have some stuff that we haven't done. I have something that we haven't done in quite a while.
Stutter and mutter.
What's going on in Weedsburg? That's right. News from the North Country, from the Hill people.
I told you I met someone from Weedsport, right?
Did you really?
Yeah, I texted you that day. It was a patient I came in
Oh
with.
yeah.
Yeah, like when new people come in, I have to ask like where they live, so I put their address in there, and I was like, I know where Weedsport is. I've heard of that.
Well, unfortunately, in Weedsport, you know.
Because they still got 7 feet of fucking snow on the ground.
Yes, and there's 30 dead as of yesterday. Unfortunately, this was posted on March 16th, as I missed it. For some reason, I'm not getting my notifications from the Weedsport Area Chamber of Commerce, and I figured out why. During
They
the
block you?
Weedsport Area... Hold on. During the Weedsport Area Chamber of Commerce's March meeting, it was resolved that the chamber will be formally dissolved as of April 1st, 2017. Due to waning membership and low participation, the chamber is no longer sustainable. We thank the community for their many years of support. It's a
Well,
fucking
now what are we going to do?
I know, it's a fucking shame, right?
Because you're going to have a lot of trouble finding
It's going to turn
Weedsport nudes.
It's going to turn into
Nudes?
Nudes? Weedsport nudes?
You said nudes.
I didn't mean to. I
You
bit my
totally
tongue
did.
yesterday, and it's kind of, or day before yesterday, and it's kind of swollen.
Remember that time you burnt your tongue and it was like
Really
really,
swollen?
really bad?
Yeah.
You really? You
It-
burned
it
it
was-
so bad it's
Yeah,
it
it
was
swelled
like
up.
a little thing on the end of his tongue.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was gross.
But anyway, I bit my tongue really bad the day before yesterday, and it's kind of swollen. And I had like a little bit of trouble talking yesterday. Yeah,
You had mush mouth?
a little bit.
Oh, wow. And I missed it. Well, how...
What are we
You
gonna
asked,
do?
what are we going to do? Well, I'll tell
There's
you.
got to be like some sort of a community page, right?
Well, I've been digging around, and there's actually a lot of stuff, a lot of Weedsport Facebook pages, but the biggest one is weedsportspeedway.com.
They got the .com.
And I just want to let everyone know that combo tickets are available for only $50 if purchased by May 1st. The Weedsport Speedway fans interested in attending both the Craftsman World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series Empire State Challenge on May 21st and the Big Block Monday, presented by Big Dog Country 103.5 FM for the Super Dirt Car Series on May 22nd, can do so for a discount as long as they purchase tickets by Monday, May 1st. So get your tickets for the Weedsport Motor Speedway. All right. So
Is
that's
that
Weedsport
it?
news. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Big news. The area chamber fell apart, but the speedway is on the rise.
Just going strong.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting kind of tired of the bit. Actually, I realized I didn't really miss it. Like I was excited when I heard the bumper, and that just that whole segment did nothing for me.
That's the point, though.
I know, but it hasn't come back around. You know, if you do it for like 5 more episodes in a row, it'll get funny again. But because this is almost like the first time again, it's not funny to me anymore. Like you need to do it every week.
Oh.
You need to do it every week, or it's not going to be like if you do the monster thing, it's just going to annoy me now.
So what you're saying is if you don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah.
All right. So there we go. What do you think about Weedsport? You ever been?
I have not, but you never know. I may get there one of these days.
You should.
I drive a lot. So.
You should go there, take a selfie in front of the Welcome to Weedsport sign, because I'm sure there is one. If there isn't, there should be. I think we should fund it. We should start a Kickstarter.
Yeah, we got $24 a month now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're fucking rolling in it. Thank you, Tanner.
That's right. We have to actually do like a legit plug for that. Maybe we should. I should
yeah, well, as far as our Patreon page says, pledging over. Let me just pull it up really quick.
For people who aren't in the know, Tanner.
So
let me just get to it. Tanner is the owner of the Crafted Cup Coffee House on Raymond Avenue in Poughkeepsie. He's also our employer. He has also contributed to our Patreon page, which gives him what?
So if you subscribe to our Patreon page, which again, it's like Kickstarter, except for they keep taking money from you, which is great for us and probably super annoying for anyone who supports us.
Yeah, because hopefully it's a real pain in the ass to stop giving us money.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I got lucky. I never actually had to give any money to Hudson Valley Legends.
Right.
So I got the gesture without actually having to do anything. So anyway, if you give us $1 a month, we're going to just send you something. I'm going to email you maybe one of our bumpers, maybe a picture of Ryan's penis.
Every month, or is
no,
that
just once.
Just a
one-time thing.
Ooh, we got to think of a good one.
But you can also, at that point, you could just email us and say like, "Hey, I gave you $1 again this month. Can you give me something else?" I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Because it'll just be something that it'll be one of our bumpers. Like you could use it as a ringtone, something like that.
Yeah.
For $5 or more per month, you can get either a sticker or a shout out. So that will be something that you just want us to read on the air one time. So basically, you can say, "I want Ryan to say XXX," whatever they want, and that would be really funny.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then for $15 or more a month, you can get an ad. So basically, you'll get one ad per month. For that, continued support will get you a monthly ad. So that's where Tanner's at. Although he did do $20 a month, so he could do an ad for his business and then one shout out.
Oh, shit.
So he could have you say something really horrible.
Nice.
But he is your boss, so he's got to be careful.
Wow.
And if you give us $50, you can come on the show. So, and
or you just
show appearances, that there's a caveat to that. Show appearances.
Or you just be my best bud ever.
Yeah. Show appearances are scheduled 1 month after first pledge. Pledge guests can only come on once every 6 months. If you want to continue to give us $50 a month for 6 months, that's great, but it's kind of a one-time thing. If you want to cancel it after that first month, that's fine. 6 months from then, you can do another one and come back on. Yeah, because we don't
caveat.
Yeah, we don't want creepy people coming on this show every week.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Although if they were going to give us $200 a month, I would let them come on the show every week.
I think I would be fine with that.
Yeah.
Yep. I'll rearrange the studio and they can be producer. Anyway.
Amy's going to hurt you.
Quiet in here.
I want you to like crawl over the table and beat him with the fucking dick.
The dick stuck to the table.
The reason why I asked, actually, I want to go back to, I don't know if there's anything there, but Gavin is one of those people who will just drive. Just get in the car and fucking drive.
I work with someone like that.
Yeah?
She drove to Maine.
Are they mentally challenged too? I'm sorry. That just came out.
So you just like to drive?
I do. My last big vacation was in January. I wanted to tour parts of the old Route 66. I drove from Port Jervis, New York to Adrian, Texas, which is about 20 miles from the New Mexico state line. I drove there down and back in 8 days alone.
Wow.
And time of my life. There's nothing better than just being on an open highway.
Yeah, well, it's like I tried to find a picture for him for the Facebook post, and all it is pictures of fucking highways and signs and shit like that in bumfuck Nebraska or whatever the hell.
You see, that's a hobby I couldn't pick up because if I'm behind the wheel for more than 8 minutes, I fall asleep. Yeah, it's really bad.
I used to be like that too when I was first working for the company, and after a while you just all of a sudden you get out of that habit where driving is now not that it's boring, I don't know, you just stop falling asleep at the wheel.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with it being boring.
It took me like
there's
2 years.
There's a part of your brain that like kind of shuts off when you're driving.
Yeah.
And it becomes like a little bit of autopilot, and when that happens, my brain goes, "Ooh, we can sleep now." And it's a night. It's like think of like being completely out of control of your own body, and that's how it like windows down in the middle of winter, screaming with music that I hate playing, and I just can't stay awake. It's amazing, it's probably because of the apnea.
Yeah, it's circle headbanging. You're just all of a sudden you know.
I was hoping you were gonna hit your face on the
That
microphone.
would have been fucking great.
I was making sure I wouldn't, but
So why do you enjoy it so much?
I think it's partly the freedom of it. I like being alone. It's the one time I can be alone. And I think there's just there's like a form of adrenaline, when I'm on an interstate, not that I don't like the back roads too, but when I'm on an interstate and I'm going 65, 70 miles an hour, even faster in some of the Midwestern or Southern states, I think I live on adrenaline, and that's part of it. And I love looking back at these vacations where I drove some ridiculous amount of miles in so many days, and I think, wow, that was a great trip. I'll never forget that. And some of my trips aren't as crazy. I just go to the Adirondacks and stay at a B&B. But to me, I love being on the road. And I was like that the day I got my driver's license. I resisted getting my license. I thought it was, I didn't want to do it. But once I got it, it was like an addiction to me, and I'll never be cured of it. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I like at the outset it seems kind of weird, but I do that on a motorcycle, so it's the same thing.
Yeah,
that's true. Your ass hurts.
Yeah, and you get everybody at the rallies who are like bragging about their miles,
and
what was that for?
Your ass hurts.
Oh, okay.
You wouldn't catch me fucking dead. Motorcycle, even in fucking car, fastest I've ever gone is like 90. Just downhill in a van. I was working for Healy.
I had no brakes. I couldn't help it.
I was working for Hyundai Parts, or Healy Hyundai Parts, and I was in one of the parts vans. And I was going down a hill, and I was just like, let me see how fast this fucking thing can go. Let's see if it's got a governor on it. It tops out at like 85 or something. It just got to 90, and I was like, oh God. And I just hit the brakes.
Yeah.
I was coming down 84, coming like toward the Poughkeepsie exit, that huge hill. So I just let the fucking downhill take me, and I was like, okay. And that's as fast as I've gone on a car.
Such a rebel.
Fast as I've gone is 100 on a snowmobile, and
212 miles an hour in Lowe's Motor Speedway.
Fuck that shit. And you would do that, right?
My mom did.
Would you go that fast?
Do that.
I would.
Yeah, they had the Richard Petty driving experience there. So you basically you just get in a car and you just drive and drive and drive. And they didn't usually do it there. They usually do it in Florida. But they had like an event there, and the NTI kids were able to go for way cheaper. And it's like a full day, and you just basically follow a car around, and all of a sudden you look down at the speedometer, and you're doing 180, 190 miles an hour. It doesn't feel like it at all. And then they had one day, it was track day, where you could drive your own car on the track. And I took the Mustang out there, got it to 175.
No fucking way.
Yeah,
no
the speedometer only goes up to 85 on a Mustang too. So that was what they clocked me at.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so that was like just about to hit the rev limiter in fifth gear, like the fastest the car could even do.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Fuck that shit! No fucking way.
It's actually pretty safe though.
Huh?
I mean, you're on a track that's banked.
What if you sneeze?
You would
like
need,
if you sneeze and jerk
that's
the fucking
thing.
wheel.
You would seriously, the car, you're going so fast, you would really need to work to get that wheel to move. The car auto corrects pretty well at that kind of speed.
Huh.
I mean, you're not going to fucking do that in a Sentra, but in a race car, it really feels like you're driving along and it's loud and everything's shaking, but you kind of look around and there's really no reference points, so it just feels like you're doing 70 or 80. And you look at the speedometer, you're doing almost 200 miles an hour. It's fucking nuts.
I couldn't even fucking fathom doing that. That just makes my skin crawl thinking about it.
Well, back in the day, they didn't have track dryers, so when it would rain, they would need to take all the rental cars around the track and like vans and tractor trailer trucks, and they would just use the heat from the tires and the engines and stuff to dry the track. So it was like that was how they did it. So you'd have all these guys driving around the track, and this is back in the 80s, in a whole bunch of shitty Enterprise rental cars, and they had governors on them, so you couldn't do 100 miles an hour. So you'd just be going just under that, and if you went slightly too fast, the car would fucking die. Yeah, I heard all kinds of stories of this, and they would fucking bump each other and drive each other off the road. But it's like, yeah, you're doing 90 miles an hour in a fucking GMC van.
That's fucking, yeah, I don't have that kind of adrenaline. I don't know. I don't have that.
Well, you're just a boring person, that's all.
Yeah, I kind of am. I have to get out more. But real quick, another local thing here. We were talking about Dragon's Den closing. Did you ever hear of the Dragon's Den?
No, I saw that on your Facebook page. What is that?
The Dragon's Den is a local like comic book and geek store. They had a bit of an issue with the IRS, and they're closed right now. The Hudson Valley Post actually just posted something. Hudson Valley Post posted an article. That's gonna be weird.
Hudson Valley Post posted an article.
Yeah, I know, but it just sounds funny.
No, I get it. It does sound weird.
They have 7 Hudson Valley stores you can go to while Dragon's Den is closed. While it's closed.
It should be now that. That fucking place is never opening again.
Correct. After tax problems, blah, blah, blah. Here's some of the places you can check out. Alternaverse in Hyde Park. October Country Comics in New Paltz. Dark Tower Comics in Newburgh. Champion Sports Cards and Paintball in Red Oaks Mill. Oh, I know where that is. Paintball. Do people still fucking paintball?
I like playing paintball. It's fun.
When's the last time you played paintball?
When I lived in my parents' house, my brothers and I played paintball in the woods.
I used to do that too. With Ryan O'Sullivan. I shot him. Shot a friend of ours in the testicles.
I shot my brother in the testicles.
It was pretty hilarious,
leg.
actually.
I had a big welt on my leg.
The Poughkeepsie Journal has the worst fucking website in the world, by the way.
No, it really does.
I'm trying to pull up a new-ish story, and it's just fucking awful.
Also, Main Street Comics in Middletown, Kerwin's Game Store in Catskill, and Haven for Heroes in Port Jervis, New York.
Yes.
All right. So, so if you're sitting there waiting for Dragon's Den to reopen, I would suggest going to one of those places instead, because that shit ain't going to happen.
Yeah.
Do we know what happened with the Kickstarter or whatever the hell they had, the GoFundMe? Because I started seeing some comments about, them saying, well, it wasn't their fault, and BBB. There was some, another side of the coin, apparently.
Yeah, it hasn't moved since the last time we looked.
It's like $200.
It's it's $2,500.
Really?
Yeah, they were like $2,200 2 weeks ago when we talked about this.
So what happens to that money if they don't reach their goal?
Oh, they never take it from the people that pledge. Yeah, so until you meet the goal, it's not funded. They could probably drop the goal down, but it won't make a difference, and that would just be stealing from people. So I don't think they'll actually do it. Because like when we did the Kickstarter, if you don't make your goal, it never gets funded.
Yeah, I gave you guys $50, and I was like, I was a sticker.
Yeah.
That's fine.
No, you got a guest appearance on the show.
A permanent one?
Yeah, tons of them.
Okay.
And then not a permanent one.
Yeah, because I got
sometimes
demoted.
He's got a machine doing your work now.
Yep.
Look, it just
See
if
that?
we wait a few seconds, it'll just change. See,
Yeah, every 10 seconds. Yeah, it's beautiful.
it just changes angles
That's
now.
dick.
Yeah,
That's a dick move.
You've been replaced by a robot.
We've all been replaced by machines.
Yeah. It's
I
the,
could
the
replace
future
you
of
with a
radio
machine.
software.
God, it's taken me forever to finish this goddamn thing.
Just shotgun it.
It's really gross.
I dare you to
Probably
shotgun
throw
it.
up.
I can't shotgun it now.
Yeah,
I already
you
opened
you
it.
can go back. Yeah, just stab it through the bottom. It's fine.
You can get the
Yeah,
poops
but-
from that. There's a lot of apples in there.
I just want to see you do it.
Well,
I
no,
feel,
the whole point of stabbing it and then opening it
I
is the
know.
rush. But
Yeah, but you could still do it now.
I don't know. Just
I know you don't want to. I want to do it for
Everybody
the. I want you
just
to
stare
do
at
it for
him.
the show.
It's not good.
It wasn't good.
No.
Ew. That totally sounded like a baby verp. Or a
Probably
verp.
tasted like
A
one.
verp.
It's like drinking a cup of vomit. It's disgusting.
We'll make that a show title.
I don't even think it's redeemable.
That's too bad.
I can get 5 cents out of it. Let's see here. No, I can't even get 5 cents for it.
No.
No.
You should be able to. There should be a deposit on that.
Oh, there isn't. Oh,
Yeah.
God. I'm going to vomit. That hurt my stomach. Oh, thank you. It's much better.
So I take it burping is allowed on this show.
Yeah. I was just trying to stay quiet during all of that because during a lot of things, I tend to step on what you're doing, and that's going to be all like nice, clean video and audio.
Thank you.
So I know that was pretty boring for the people listening at home, but it's going to be a really funny Instagram video.
Yeah, on this show, it's it's whatever. You just can't there's no nudity, and that's all.
Do you
Everything
remember
else
that
is all
Well, there
time?
could be nudity. You just can't show it to the camera.
Right.
Do you remember that
Which
time
is
I was
had-
sitting in that chair and everybody else went on pee break and you forgot I was in here and you let one rip so loud and you were like, "Oh, I forgot you were in here."
No, I don't. These some of these shows are a bit of a blur. Blah, blah, blah.
The last half of all the shows are a bit of a blur for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Gee, I
You
wonder
can tell
why.
because you start yelling.
Yeah.
He does. He gets very obnoxious.
Do I?
You do.
Also, want to do a real quick promotion here. Did you see this thing?
I don't know what that is.
The
You showed me the back half of a piece of paper with nothing on it and said, "Have you seen this thing?"
that was me in my own head.
Yeah. Have you seen the
you
back
seen
side
this
of this
thing?
piece of paper that I have?
The thing that I was sharing about USA Today and that contest they're doing for cities. I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about, so you might want to fill us in.
USAtoday.com is giving out, $100,000, grant or whatever the hell for, small towns to improve,
Okay.
certain parts of it and everything like that. And yeah, they have to upload a video of what they're gonna do and all that stuff. I don't know if Port Jervis has one. Yes, no.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Well, act.usatoday.com and search Art at the Crossroads. And there's a video that you watch. And they'll let you know what they're doing in Poughkeepsie. Apparently they want to revamp the that overpass by El Azteca. They want to do street art. They want to what is the term for that?
Can we watch the video?
Oh, we can, sure. Hold
Yeah.
on.
We probably won't get booted for that audio.
Let me see.
It's a good way for us to be lazy, not have to come up with content.
Yeah, let me try and find it. Oh, yeah, here we go.
Yeah, I was about to play it, but then he found it.
I can't hear anything.
Yeah, neither can I.
but working together with others to meet those struggles. And that's what people need to know about Poughkeepsie.
Hi, I'm Paul Kalogerakis, and I'm from Poughkeepsie, New York.
Hi, Paul.
The community here in Poughkeepsie has come up with a great idea for the Community Thrives grant program, a new initiative called Art at the Crossroads. Art at the Crossroads is a public-private partnership developed by our community to bring art to 3 important intersections in the city of Poughkeepsie.
That fucking intersection is rough by Duchess.
Shitty fucking gas station.
Oh my god.
It will engage local artists.
Yeah, this place is fucking ugly as shit too.
They want that spot.
Yeah. So that's by the train station.
Yeah. In El
Most of the
Azteca.
people that live here, they lived here all their lives. They can use a little highlight. And for the people that do come, it'll give them interest and to spread the word when they get out. Especially since it's right down the street, I feel like they'll go right into the town.
So that's pretty cool. Graffiti art.
That fucking lot.
And
has
this
been
fucking
vacant
lot.
Yeah. As long as I can remember.
Yeah. It's just got the facade.
Facade. Oh, but food trucks, that'd be cool.
Yeah, shit,
Some
yeah.
that shitty food truck.
Yeah, it's like a circle
we'll
jerk.
fucking set that shit on fire next time we see it. Goddamn food truck.
Which one?
The one with the shitty burger.
It's like Hudson Valley something something.
It
It's,
even
it's
says best
Lay,
burger
Yeah,
on
it's Lay
its
Express.
truck.
It's their food truck. We've talked shit about it a bunch of times.
Oh, have we?
Yeah.
I can't even remember that either.
And
This
that's
one.
by Duchess. That looks so
Yeah.
shitty there.
Yeah.
People are always like dumping old TVs.
No, that's
and
not
couches.
Duchess. That's
right.
Yeah,
Duchess is right there.
Was that Duchess?
Yeah, it's right behind
that's
Duchess.
right by Creek Road.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it.
Okay. Mario.
Gasoline station. Wow.
Abandoned gasoline station.
Instead of looking like this and seeing something that's positive and like.
They should have went when people like dumped old couches there.
Yeah.
That would have really fucking hammered it home.
There
Oh,
it
tell me,
is.
are they going to tear down that piece of shit? I fucking hate that thing.
The Poughkeepsie welcome
Yeah, the
sign
goddamn Poughkeepsie welcome sign.
with this shitty ass grass.
Shitty
Did you
gra-
come
it-
across the bridge and see it?
No, I didn't.
Did you come
Yeah.
across the bridge? Which bridge did you come across?
Mid-Hudson.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
As you get on the arterial, there's this just shitty like metal sail that's just not great. It's not. It has nothing to do with Poughkeepsie at all.
Well, it does. I mean, the sail is supposed to be the
I
boat,
get
the
that,
Dutch
but it's
sailing
so
up and
like
down the
it's
fucking
just
Hudson
fucking
and being like,
sterile looking
Henry
and
Hudson,
boring
Big
and
Bang Boom.
It's just sterile and boring, and somebody fucking ran it over a few years ago. Like, vandalizing. Remember that?
Yeah. Some drunk asshole just
Yeah.
smashed into
But it
the
just looks
sign.
like shit.
How long has it been up?
5-6 years, probably.
No, it's a little. Whatever. It's been up for quite a while, but
Yeah.
they planted this grass around it that was supposed to change colors. Like it was supposed to be like kind of like a bluish green to signify water or whatever the hell.
Yeah, instead it's brown and matches the fucking Hudson. It's perfect.
All the time.
It's perfect.
It's just
poetic justice.
It looks like it's just dead, overgrown grass all the time. It fucking sucks. But yeah, all right. I guess we can continue this. Yeah.
The more that we do this kind of community engagement in arts and public art projects where people can really connect to these beautiful pieces of work, the more our city feels vibrant.
It is indispensable in the city of Poughkeepsie. The more that we put here, the more that
Poughkeepsie
we will
Alliance? What is that?
A lot of people are using the Alliance thing.
I know.
But art is a big
Stealing
Making me
from
nervous.
us.
So Art at the Crossroads. Go to
Yeah.
act.usatoday.com.
Like I want to shit on it because like that's what we're supposed to do on this show, but I'm excited for this.
Yeah,
That's
fucking
great.
A. I want that to happen. You know,
Yeah.
I want Poughkeepsie to look nice. I want to be a nice place to live, and maybe we have a modern art museum that pops up too,
No, I don't want that.
and tapas
We
restaurants.
do. It's the Vassar Gallery.
Well, it's not a modern art museum though. They had
It's
like
not a
Dia
modern
Beacon. I'd be so annoyed if one of those fucking pieces of shit popped up here.
They do suck.
Ugh. I mean, there's some cool shit in there, but for the most part, it's just like piles of broken glass.
I know.
I mean,
Yeah, I've
yeah, we've
probably talked
about
about it before. It's absolutely.
It's the piles of broken glass and the blank canvases that make me the most angry.
Walking on broken glass. Who's that by?
Annie Lennox.
Yeah, that's another thing about Gavin. He knows a lot about pop music from the 70s.
Well, he's
Right?
in the car all the time.
Hmm?
He's in the car all the time.
Yeah, but you could be in the car all the time and listening to fucking RV or whatever and learning about new stuff. But he knows everything from the 70s. He's like
Yeah, because
Peter.
Possum
he's like,
Kingdom's fucking new stuff.
He's like Star. Oh, If I have to hear, that's another.
Yeah. Have you heard this? This song's fucking great. Right?
That's the song that came up during the interview with Mark at the transmitter. He was just like, "Oh yeah, they're playing Possum Kingdom for the 10th time," and I was just like, "If I have to hear that fucking song again,
yeah, the 10th time
that
today,
amazing song." I love that
totally
goddamn
ruined
song. You can't fucking listen to it anymore. It's brutal, man. It's fucking brutal, and I don't know. It's got its place on another station, maybe, like PDH now.
Yeah.
It's 20 years. It's more than 20 years old.
Do you remember when PDH changed formats and it was like, "What are you doing?"
It was the home instead of the home of classic rock and roll.
It was the home of rock
and roll, and they were playing like
fucking Puddle of Mud.
Yeah, they play like Aqualung.
Yeah, it was like
Stairway to Heaven.
It'd be like
Puddle of Mud.
Be like Led Zeppelin, Jethro Tull, Puddle of Mud. What?
Creed.
No, how the fuck? No, that doesn't work. And then they dialed it back, and now they just play like old Soundgarden and Pearl Jam.
Yeah. Well, that is classic rock now. Mm-hmm. You have to just deal with that.
We're fucking old.
I know.
Do you want to take a break? I kind of gotta pee.
I think that's silence means break.
Well, I'm gonna go.
Bye. Good.
See ya.
I mean, bye.
Porn.
All righty. So I guess, all right, you want to play some music?
Wine.
Yeah, I can play some music. What do you want me to
Well,
play?
hang on.
Oh, you want me to
I'm
break
just
music?
gonna stop this, and then we'll
yeah.
Wait, do we have to do? We don't have to do plugs anymore, right? Because I got the thing in the beginning.
You got the thing in the beginning.
I got the thing
we,
with the thing.
We do need to figure out where we're going to start plugging Crafted Cup.
You plug it every time you talk about it.
Well, no, we got to plug it once.
No, well, now he's actually giving us money, so we got to do it. We legit have to do it once a month.
Yeah.
But I'll do it every show. I don't care. He gave us $20. You didn't have to do that.
Well, I can make a production bit, and I can go from there. Hold on one second.
Or you can just add it on to the one you have. Just put it on the end.
Yeah. Just like a really bad cut.
No, do the fucking. I mean, like, where the fuck is it? It's not this, but that noise.
Stop the show. Bosch wants to talk about dicks.
And just leave the Joe part out.
What? Oh.
Yeah, just do
You
the
want the
record
record
scratchy
scratch?
thing. Oh, and Crafted Cup gave us $20.
Or
and then
just-
go right back into it.
Would this be considered? Oh.
What?
My
You
volume's
turned your
not up.
volume down,
I
didn't
did.
you?
I like to fade.
Crafted Cup.
Logistics on the air. Figuring out what to do with the show.
All right, so
I mean, you could use that audio of me going Crafted Cup with something else.
what have we learned?
You could even take that part where you say like the show is brought to you by Track 7 Studios and just take that little piece, put that in there and just overdub it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you won't actually have to record anything. It'll sound like total shit, but it'll be funny.
The Dead Radio podcast
Podcast.
podcast is supported by Crafted Cup Coffee House, providing quality artistic photography and video service for advertising or events of any size.
That's definitely not what I meant at all.
Oh.
No, I meant when you said, and as always, the show is brought to you by Track 7 Studios, but then just cut in Crafted Cup. So it's like when they go to fucking Camp Krusty, and it's just this awful dub when he says like, all of you folks in Springfield, please enjoy your stay here at Camp Krusty, Springfield.
Please wait for Officer Steve Grabowski. All right, so let's give him a legit plug here. Crafted Cup Coffee House, 44 Raymond Avenue, Poughkeepsie, New York, 126. Oh, Jesus, I'm reading out the whole address like an asshole. Let's try that again. Crafted Cup on 44 Raymond Avenue, Poughkeepsie, 845-483-7070.
Don't give out the number. We're just gonna have to answer the fucking phone.
Oh, come on, it's fun. I took a gift card order today over the phone. It
Yeah,
was,
so that
and then
their dumb fucking
And then-
privileged Vassar student child can pick it up in 4 to 6 months.
and then got criticized up and down by Tanner and Amber at the same time. She
Ooh,
had
that had to be
literally
fun.
just walked in the fucking door and sat behind Tanner nodding as he
Yeah.
was being like,
What did
you
you-
should have done this. You shouldn't have done that. You really should do this, but next time maybe. I'm like, Jesus Christ, guys. I was on the phone with the
what'd you
lady.
do-
What
what'd
am I
you do
supposed
wrong?
to do? I wrote down all of her information and her credit card number on the same piece of paper.
Oh, instead of just doing
Instead
it.
of punching in it while she's talking to me. And I was like, guys, if it were any of you, that would have been fine and would have been great.
But I am an idiot.
But I'm an idiot. B, I'm still new, so I'm not 100% confident with the whole, some of the little things. Thank you. I'm not very good at multitasking. Everybody knows that. Gavin knows that beyond anybody, So that's it. Just
Anywho, finish your plug.
Anyway, yeah, Crafted Cup.
That should be the
Just
whole
don't call
plug.
us on the
Wait,
phone.
You should play that.
Yeah,
every
just play
time.
that. it just trails off towards the end.
Oh God! If you want like solid information and not babbling nonsense, go to thecraftedcup.com. The cup is spelled with a K.
Like crafted spelled with a C.
Yeah. It's the crafted spelled correctly cup.com. Cup spelled incorrectly with a K.
May I make a comment?
Yes.
Go. May I just chime in? Just steamroll your way through.
When I'm on the air at
Everybody
our
else
radio
does.
group, if I ever did a live read like that, I would be out of a job.
That's why
They're paying a lot more than $20 though, for sure. That and we know him. It's fine.
Yeah.
He's
I
lucky
mean,
he's
do we
getting it.
really know him?
Do you know he's gay?
Weird, right?
No idea.
Yeah. I thought he was just joking around about
Yeah,
it.
his boyfriend Ryan told me.
All right, the Crafted cup spelled with a K.com. Take a look and pop in. Ask for a latte from the Dead Radio guys.
Yeah, compliment Ryan's hair. It'll be a great time.
Yes, it's very. Is there talk about my hair?
No.
Okay, good.
It's just
You
that
wish
one
there
time.
was.
I wish
it's just
there-
that one time that guy complimented your hair.
I know. I got a compliment from a handsome gentleman
Yeah,
about my
he was
haircut.
he was a gentleman of a certain age. He could probably take care of Ryan if he played his cards right.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, like, with that many miles on him, he knows how to handle it.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Anyway, all right, let's take a break, and maybe we'll set up. We don't have to do a still life. We'll go
No,
do
it's just gonna do
the
its
back
thing.
and forth thingy.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna take a break, and we'll be right back. We'll probably just polish off the knob for about half an hour more. All right, it's time to go.
More an hour.
All right,
Yeah.
give us a sec. Bye bye.
I have to pee.
Play some music for the peeps, for the YouTube YouTube ladies and gents.
I may. It won't be like next weekend or the one after. I may go to Weedsport and do a selfie.
Yeah, go to Weedsport.
Just just to do it
Mike's
for the
is still
weekend.
hot.
It's probably a
Just let
6-hour
it's
drive.
fine, no. It's not. It's like 3 hours. It's outside of Utica or Syracuse.
I just checked. It's just west of Syracuse. And I've driven that far and back in one day.
Yeah, I've got. Where's the hat? Behind you. Mom came back with a hat and a T-shirt that I covet. What is this?
Did you hear the news today? There's confusion all around. Temples of the people are being torn to the ground. Got to overturn the tables. It's time we should begin. A den of thieves and Pharisees. The temple must be cleansed of money changers. Profit from the poor. A house of cards with no regard for what those below just might endure. Alright. Did you hear the news today? The writing's on the wall. When you're rich, you're right. But that house must fall. The profit mongers You said it came down with a breath and a shudder. The walls hit the ground, made a sound like no other. You said you wouldn't laugh at the rubble, but there you are in all of your splendor, holding up a hand to your stubble and holding back a terrible word. This is awfully, this is awfully, this is all awfully hard. They'll say it got cold, like a draft from an old door, and it'll be told around the fire like folklore. They'll honor us with all of their pity by feeling kinda sad for a minute. Walk away accomplished and gritty, but underneath their breath they will say this. This is awfully, this is awfully, this is all awfully stupid. These kinds of things aren't supposed to happen to me. They happen to everyone else or anyone else. Well, come on, please take me somewhere I ain't been yet. I'm dying of
Hi, I'm Andy Reid from Catskill Cabin Conversations on WGX. Hi, I'm Andy Reid from Catskill Cabin Conversations on WGXE 90.7 FM. You're listening to Dead Radio Podcast. Enjoy. Do not fear.
Good old Andy Reid. Be on his show. I'm going to be recording his show soon. I have to actually, that reminds me, I have to send a follow-up email to him, let him know when I can come in. Welcome back, everyone. If you're watching YouTube, the YouTube break music was supplied by Shadow Witch, American Film History, Frank McGinnis, and anybody else? Do we have Kurt
I don't
in there?
know. Kurt was in there, but I don't think it played over the break.
Smoking strong, smoking long?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
So, got to get more of his stuff. He just hasn't sent it, huh?
Nah, I don't talk to him a lot, but when I do talk to him now, it's about like home repairs.
Yeah.
And how to do shit, because he just bought a new house.
I just talked to him about pictures of shoes. So, thanks for the work, Kurt. I appreciate it.
Yeah, Curdy.
It's been a pretty good week for the photography stuff, which is nice. It just comes in like waves.
Yeah, you've been
just like
having meetings.
Yeah.
Wheeling and dealing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yesterday was a good one.
Hustling people out of money.
Yeah. Yeah, I could just totally screw him over like your fence guy did.
Oh boy, could you?
Yeah, she just handed me like $700.
Cocksucker. I'm going to find him. One day I'm going to find the motherfucker. One day I'm going to find him.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about
You
it.
just got to find an address.
I know. That's all I need is a goddamn
Is your
address.
dog playing fetch with himself?
Yes, he's rolling the ball down the stairs so he can come get it and then sniff Gavin's crotch. He gives good head. The dog.
Good to know. That's not exactly why I came to Poughkeepsie, but thank you for sharing.
All right. Can you play the bumper? Because I have a little bit.
Oh, which one? This one? Or did you mean this one?
To alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
A little "What Are You Drinking" extended edition. Because
Right.
I finally switched to something I enjoy: Glutenberg American Pale Ale, gluten-free treat from the our friends from the old country. Glutenberg. I've talked about them before. I don't think I've had this one.
Which one is it?
It's the red can, American Pale Ale.
It tastes like red.
Well, there's a red ale. It's like a blood red can, and this is the bright red fire engine can. It's a little bready.
I don't like that.
It's very bready.
It's very bready.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's gross.
Yeah, it's this isn't the best one they have,
Oh,
but
that's icky. I don't like that at all.
No?
It has like this really weird, like back of the throat kind of gross flavor.
I can drink about. I can drink a lot of those.
Real beer in a while. So.
Yeah, man, you got to take what you can get.
Yeah, I mean, I would drink it. You know. I'd be going down a bad road if I had to drink nothing but hard liquor. So I'd be definitely drinking something like that. But I mean, I've had a bunch of their stuff and it's really good, but that just tastes weird. I mean, it may be mixing with this badly too.
I don't. Probably not.
Yeah.
Because it does taste. It's gluten-free beer tastes fucking weird.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
It's got that weird yeasty flavor.
Yeah. Gavin
like
made
that
me
Necco wafer Belgian yeasty flavor.
You made me gluten-free cookies, didn't you?
I did for your last day.
For my last day, I got gluten-free cookies from Gavin. Gavin's a bit of a baker.
When he sent me the picture of what he got for his last day, I was like, please tell me they didn't even bother giving you gluten-free cookies so you couldn't even eat them. It's like, no, they were gluten-free.
Yes, I wouldn't do that. I know, Ryan.
I
can't eat them.
I would just love being like, I got you these cookies. I know you can't eat them, so I'll just eat them in front of you.
Yeah. Well, little news out of Gavin's alma mater, Marist.
Next month, the 18th of May, will mark 15 years since I graduated from there.
15 fucking years. Local boy. Makes good.
Went all the way to Port Jervis.
The Detroit of New York. Did I say that out loud? I did. Shit.
But there is an interesting story, and anyone who graduated in the class of 02 will remember this. It actually, and I don't know if the school didn't watch the weather the night before or what, it actually snowed on my graduation day.
Mm-hmm.
And they had
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they were going to have an outdoor graduation in front of the Hudson, and at the last minute they had to move everyone inside. And, they weren't expecting that. And I'll never forget.
When's graduation? It's in
It's like May.
Yeah,
Is it
May
May?
18th. It swear to God, it snowed. And May 18th, 2002, it snowed in Poughkeepsie.
Oh, I don't remember that shit.
Yep. It was a very
it'll
wet snow.
happen. I mean,
wow.
dude, it was like 30-something degrees last night.
Yeah,
It
I
happens,
guess.
you know?
I don't know. Like I was at Brooks' graduation in shorts and a fucking t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was hot as balls and the sun was bright.
So I remember
Was the sun bright?
Super bright.
I think it usually is.
My mother at the time was not happy because we had brought over my grandfather.
Was she your mother at the time? She's no longer your mother?
Yeah.
At the time.
I killed her.
She's still my mother.
I have a new one now.
That's right. She's still my mother. At the time, we brought my grandfather over from Johannesburg, South Africa. That's where my father originates from. And
South Africa.
My mother was furious.
Africa.
But you're black. Anyway.
So anyway, she was angry. He had come all the way from South Africa.
Was that
and,
4?
This
3
is
or
what had
4?
happened.
2. Yeah.
But 15 years later, I don't care. To me, the best years came after college. From college through now, I'm living some good
Hookers,
times now.
cocaine.
Driving.
Driving out in the middle of nowhere, leaving the hookers and cocaine for dead. Cocaine was the name of one of the hookers.
Oh, her name was Cocaine?
Yeah.
I won't go into more details. This is online. But yeah, it's these things happen. But so I graduated all those years ago, and Poughkeepsie has certainly changed since then.
Sure has, man. In the last couple episodes, we've talked about the revitalization.
Kind of nice now.
Of it, yeah.
I remember when I worked at Friendly Honda, someone going, okay, so you're going to take 44 and it's going to turn into Main Street. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, what the fuck? You never been to Poughkeepsie? I was like, no, I don't go to Poughkeepsie.
Yeah,
I don't go to Poughkeepsie. This is like 2003.
You go there for you go there to the chance and you get the fuck out of there as soon as you can.
Yeah, I worked at Friendly Honda. I lived in Wappinger, so I would take the back roads all the way up. Like you never have to go into Poughkeepsie. You just go around it. Yeah.
You go, yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, like you were saying.
Yeah,
It's much nicer now. It's great.
Much nicer. I love it. We had an Airbnb guy. He was a kid looking to go to school at Vassar. Perfect fit.
Yeah.
And he was just like, oh, man, it's really nice around here. Everybody's very friendly. And I was just like, well, it is now.
Yeah.
And then I gave him the history. And he was like, Jesus. I was like, yeah.
It's still like that. Like those kids, they still don't leave campus. They go to the Crafted Cup and turn right back around. But anyway, you were saying that it was a
very different time in Poughkeepsie. Going back to my Marist memories, I think the day I'll remember most, obviously for not good reasons, was 9/11. I was attending classes at Marist at the time, and they, believe it or not, they never canceled classes that day.
Really?
They didn't. And I could never understand that because the minute you heard about it, you were done for the day.
Duchess canceled, for Christ's sake. Tony and I were actually like cracking, and this is fucking terrible. I don't know if I've told this story. 9/11, I was like at the end of class transitioning to another class, and I was just kind of waiting for the elevator because I was just a lazy cunt. And I see Tony walking down the hallway going, yo, like kind of like trotting at me. I'm like, what's up? And he's just like, a plane hit the World Trade Center. I'm like, no shit. He goes, yeah, I just hit it. And information was still kind of trickling in, so I thought he was just talking about like a fucking single engine,
like a horrible accident.
Yeah, just an accident, like a single engine plane, So we started making jokes about it. He was just like, "Oh, could you imagine the guy at the top of the?" He's just like he's scribbling on a piece of paper, and he's like, "This fucking job, I just can't do this anymore." And he looks out the window, he goes, "Look at that plane. What the fuck?" But then...
Yeah, then you realize...
I was like, oh, shit, this is a lot worse. We listened to it on the radio. We went to... we heard about it, and actually, I was leaving. We were both leaving from class. So we went down to Thrifty Beverage on... what is that? Grand? South Grand?
You have told this story.
South Grand. I have?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Well, it's old. And then...
No, you've told it on the show.
We listened to it on the radio, and then I was just like, "Oh God," I feel really bad because right away I wanted to joke. I think I just snotted all over my microphone.
So why do you remember? Just because they didn't like cancel classes, like nobody missed a beat?
I think that's partly that, and there were just other odd things that happened that day related to 9/11 that I remember. One, I remember every radio group. And even in 2001, you had radio clusters. You had 3 radio groups that owned all the stations in town. Everyone, and this went actually for New York City, Poughkeepsie, and Albany, every radio group went into full simulcast mode. So back then, 97.7, WPDH, WRRV, which are all co-owned, they all just started running the same programming. And that's unprecedented. I mean, when has that ever happened since or before? But the other memory I'll never forget, and this kind of fit 9/11 for me, after it had happened, I went back to my dorm. I guess I had a break between classes, and I went down to the laundromat common area, and I'll never forget.
Can I stop you real quick? Before you went down to the common area, did you rub one out real quick?
I'm not going to say anything.
All right, continue.
But anyway, when I went down there, you see, at the time they picked up.
I'm just saying, everybody was glued to the television, so they had a private moment. So I'm thinking, rub one out.
O&A did that bit. Like, how long after 9/11?
Did they really?
Yeah, they did. They had they would like for a while they were asking people like, how long after 9/11 did it take you to jerk off? But anyway, that might have been in the back of your mind when you asked that.
All right, so
question.
you're heading down to the common area. Sorry.
That's right.
That wasn't why I didn't.
But anyway, at the time, I don't know if this is the case today, the school, their cable system, which was run by the school, it wasn't like they had Time Warner or Comcast, they would get the TV stations from New York City and Albany off an antenna on top of one of the dorms. And if you recall, I think every New York City TV station on VHF, other than Channel 2, was off the air because their backup antenna was on the Twin Towers. Not very smart. But anyway, I got down to the common area. There was no one there. And because whatever station it had been on, maybe it was Channel 11 or something, was off the air, I got down there. It was just desolate, and the TV was just playing static. And for some reason,
What
the moment...
fuck?
For some reason, the moment just it fit. You know, there was no one there. There was nothing on the television, and the moment. It was just so appropriate for the moment.
Holy shit! That must have been kind of scary.
That's a scene out of 28 Days Later.
Yeah, if that was Adam in your position, he would have immediately got his bug out bag and ran to the fucking Catskills.
Yeah, I would have.
He would hop on a bicycle.
I would have pulled out the gun that I'm not supposed to have on campus.
Holy shit!
Dude,
that's scary.
Yeah, 9/11 was before my, and I mean 9/11 was probably a good like an influence into my fucking crazy like wanting to plan for the end of the world shit.
Yeah.
But I remember, I mean, that day was and I remember it pretty vividly because I still had a TV with dials on it, and I didn't have cable in my room. No, I did have cable in my room, but I only had like 4 or 5 channels because I had a really old TV that was really just there for playing PlayStation. So I had the RF adapter.
What was that game that we played? Time something?
Time Splitters.
Yeah.
Still got it.
Fucking A.
Still got it. Still got that same PlayStation as well. Anyway, so my mom calls me on the house phone, 2001. Like, I think I'd just gotten a cell phone. Mom calls me on the house phone. It's ringing off the hook. And, of course, like, I was taking a semester off to figure things out. Yeah. So,
aren't we all?
So he was in college.
We're kind of doing that
Dutchess.
now.
So he's in college at, yeah, we are. He's in college at Dutchess, and I'm sleeping until 2 p.m. every day. Like, that was what I did. And so she wakes me up. It's, 9 o'clock in the morning. Totally asleep. The phone was ringing off the hook, so I finally pick up, and my mom goes, turn on the TV. A plane just hit the Twin Towers. They don't know what's happening, but it's really bad, and your uncle is down there. So my Uncle David was down there at the time.
Unky David.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we call him, weirdly. So I turn on the TV, and again, it's like it's like click, 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 like fucking dials.
Yeah.
Turn it to channel fucking 4. And probably I was like, wow, holy shit. And she's like, I have to make a bunch of calls. Just either stay home or have your phone with you or your pager, whatever the fuck it was at the time.
Yeah, I'm sure it
so
was
I can
a
get
pager.
a hold of you. And I was like, okay, cool. Hang up the phone, and like 10 seconds later, the second tower got hit, and I saw it live on TV.
Yeah. Brooks saw it live on TV
and
too.
that was fucking traumatic. I mean, I remember that day we went over Kate's house. I was with Joe. And we just sat there for like 12 hours just glued to the TV. And then at some point, someone was like, we're going to go get fucked up. And we started drinking. And just like people were crying. It was the worst fucking day.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I didn't have such a bad day. Like,
no, you're just the Duchess with Tony making jokes.
Yeah, we were at Thrifty Beverage. And just like we were cracking jokes and, staring at the radio. So we couldn't see anything. Yeah. And they were, so that was kind of a weird thing.
Yeah.
We're doing call in with your 9/11 stories in April.
Yeah. In April. Yeah, there's no reason why we're talking about this. But I just picture that. I just picture that like moment, and it would look like that. Just you in a room that's dark with.
Oh my God! Yeah. Now let me ask you a question. Did you rub one out then? Because that would have been perfect. Like in the middle of the common area, just
Yeah.
leave just a pool of jizz, just like right in the middle of it when no
And
one is
then
around.
and then he leaves, and someone else walks in, and it's just a pool of jizz on the floor. And
You have to bring this up in regards to 9/11. I mean, if you had made this up in regards to something else, it might be appropriate. But
yeah, it's inappropriate to talk about jizzing in 9/11.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people did. But,
All right,
you
well, I'm
know.
sorry. Thoughts and prayers.
Can you imagine the people that like just did and then found out that it was happening? And they just felt really
my
bad?
God. Imagine if you just
You
like,
just fucking nutted.
you were
but you did it. You did it
were on
over. No, you did it over something that you're not proud of.
Yeah, you're on like MTV watching like a music video, or you're on like, you know, the Univision watching the
Yeah.
Spanish channel with the news with the ladies with the tits hanging out. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh God, you mop
Although,
up.
I guess back then, like there wasn't totally like weird shit easily accessible to the
Yeah,
internet.
no,
so,
you'd have to
yeah.
find like a
You'd have
cable
to pull
channel.
out, yeah.
Yeah, you have to find
Yeah.
MTV playing a Britney Spears video or something.
Or
And
if you like could pay for it, you had like Cinemax or something, and they probably didn't interrupt their broadcast.
oh, let me see, popular music.
they
video.
might have. I think a lot of the cable networks.
Yeah.
interrupted
Do you think
broadcasts.
fucking Cinemax interrupted their? Well, although at 9 a.m. they probably weren't playing porn.
No, probably. not.
No. But the Spice Channel probably was. Do you think? Can you look up if the Spice Channel interrupted their broadcast in 2001?
I think Wikipedia does list which stations channels went, and I think it was like all cable channels. They just went to some news feed.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was the crazy part. Like you just turned to every channel and it was
Right,
the same
and that's
thing.
all you got.
And it all depended on like what network they were owned by. They were all just playing the same
Right.
thing. And I remember hearing Opie and Anthony. They couldn't get to their studio. It's just like downtown Manhattan. So they wound up broadcasting out of just some studio in Brooklyn that just said, "Here, take our space. You're a much bigger deal." And they just broadcast from there. They were on NEW at the time. And I guess they just bounced it somehow and went out and they did, their live coverage through that.
There was a lot of stations, and I know one. I'm not going to say who it is. Elsewhere in the state of New York, small town station. They didn't have a satellite feed. They had no way of getting news on the air, so they picked up the local CBS affiliate in the area. They just put a microphone up to the television.
Stop.
Yes, they did. Now, under normal circumstances, that is completely illegal.
That's some dead radio shit right there.
Yeah, for sure.
That's
Fucking
completely illegal, but a lot of stations did that. And in the after it had occurred,
Well, what are you supposed to do?
right, there was, I think, because of the moment, this national tragedy we'd been through, there was a national forgiveness if you took somebody else's material. No one sued anyone, but there was a warning that if this happens again, because we all thought there'd be another 9/11, be ready next time with your own feed. But at the time, if you took somebody else's feed or whatever, there was just mass forgiveness. And
Jesus
if you did
Christ.
that today, they'd sue you, whatnot.
Wow. It's kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, honestly, the reason why I brought up Marist, which is why we ended up here for some fucking reason, apparently they did a local survey, a Marist / Yahoo poll. So I don't know, it's got Yahoo attached to it. Found that 52% of Americans have tried marijuana at least one time in their lives. 22% say they actively use it. And
That's how we got on 9/11?
yeah, I was going to bring this up, but I don't know. This is
Then it
much
got
more
weird.
interesting. Right? Oh, man. Fancy.
We're going to see what happens. I don't know.
Artistic shots. Yeah, I guess Maris did this poll, and it's just adding to this a lot of new polls and everything that are coming out that the majority of American, in the 60%.
We fucking forgot to talk about the earplug and the goddamn leftovers.
God damn it.
Amy, you got off easy.
Yeah, she did.
Let's just leave it. We'll leave it for next time.
All right.
Anyway, drugs make you do funny things.
Yeah.
So
there's this new
people at Marist are drug users. Is that what
No. They did a poll, trying to find out, who's tried it, who still does it, this and that, blah, 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 blah. Of the 52% of Americans who have admitted they tried marijuana, 65% are parents and 30% are parents with young children. 44% of those who have tried pot say they currently use it. About 56% find the drug socially acceptable. 56%.
There you go.
Some
It's past. That's now the majority.
Some are saying some polls are in the 60s.
Yeah.
It depends on where where you get it
I
from.
feel like I mean, I've been saying it for years. I don't smoke weed, but I have no problem with it at all.
It's a revolution,
Yeah.
and it's coming.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan of it. That's the same way I'm not a fan of tequila. Like that's exactly how I feel about it. I just don't really like it. It's kind of
It's kind of icky.
Yeah.
Well, here's a question for one of you. From what you've heard from friends and people you know, if you had to say how many 18 or let's say 22-year-olds in America have used marijuana or even any other recreational drug, what would you think the percentage is?
I think now
90s, easy.
You think it's in the 90s? No, I don't think it's
18
in the
to something.
Up to 22. Like if you ask
18 to
people
22,
under
it's
22.
probably 50%.
Okay.
Yeah, it has
if I
to
were
be.
to guess, yeah. I mean, it's pretty readily available. It's actually easier in a lot of places to get weed than alcohol. So I would say it's probably in the 50% range. I mean, the only thing that I worry about there are tons of studies that show the health benefits of marijuana, but there also are a lot of studies that show that it developmentally mutes young people.
Yeah, they say if
you're gonna do it, you should wait until you're 16 at least.
No, not even. They're not
Yeah.
saying 16.
Older?
They're saying 24.
Really?
Is like 21, anywhere from 21 to 25 in that area is where you can start using it,
without it affecting your brain.
Yeah, without it affecting you. Yeah.
I mean, if it were me if it were me making the law, I would say I think you should be able to drink beer at 18 years old. You can fucking shoot a rifle and kill someone in Afghanistan. I feel like you should be able to drink a fucking beer.
Mhm.
And if you have a huge problem with marijuana, and those studies actually show that there is a slight difference in your mental development, make it 21. I think 21's reasonable. It might do some damage, but alcohol does a shit ton of damage to everyone.
What
So-
about people who didn't smoke until they were in their mid-20s and still seem like they have a mental deficiency?
I think you just.
I'm talking about someone very close to you.
Yeah, I think that those people may have had that mental deficiency the entire time, and the marijuana just made it worse.
Oh, really? You think it made it worse?
Maybe you're happier. Not you, the person that we're talking about. I mean, that person is happier, but that person did throw away a career to work at a coffee shop. That's something only a stoner would do.
I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. Wait, what coffee shop are we talking about?
It's the. Well, we can't say, otherwise we'll give away who we're talking about.
Can we talk about who got kicked off of RuPaul's Drag Race on Friday?
If you want. I mean, I don't really want to.
Well, it was supposed to be Pheromone and what the fuck was her name? I always forget it. Cynthia Lee Fontaine. But Eureka O'Hare, is it Eureka O'Hare? No, I'm sorry. Yeah, Eureka O'Hara had an issue with her knee.
I can't think of anything that I care less
So
about.
the doctors, Cynthia and Pheromone, they did, they had to lip sync for their life. But instead of kicking off one of them, Eureka, who's on crutches because she blew out her knee doing a split during a song and dance routine.
Do I have a bumper for this?
The
closest thing I have is this. It doesn't really apply, though. I mean, this maybe.
Stop the show. Bosch wants to talk about dicks.
Or how about this one?
Just to let everyone know I'm That out would- and I'm gay. Yeah, but if it was in your voice, I don't know. I don't want to talk about this.
Well, poor Eureka is what I say. I had high hopes for her. Him, her.
Him, her.
Zimzer.
Tell me again, just briefly, because I don't watch the Logo channel that often. Tell me again. Tell me again what happens on the show.
So they get together a bunch of drag queens. I believe it's like 13 or 14. I can't remember. And they compete, like, who does the best drag in certain scenarios. Like, they have them do acting and singing and dancing and competitions where you have to create costumes and everything like that. And at the end of it, they get $100,000. The money's going up every season, but right now it's sitting at about $100,000. You get $100,000 in a contract with RuPaul Industries, and then you go on tour and you perform and everything like that. And then, you're titled America's Next Drag Superstar, and I highly recommend it for everyone.
So you're titled that, and do any of them ever become superstars?
Yeah, actually, it's one of those reality shows that actually, yields results. Like if you're on the show,
You get to go to
you become
drag fests.
very well known, and you get to do commercials for male douches, I guess they're called.
Male douches?
Yeah, it's
that's
called
an enema.
Well, yeah, it's like an enema, but it's got a little like je ne sais quoi to it. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. I think it's called Pure. Hold on. Can we have a moment of silence for Jason Fulham while we look up anal douches?
I don't want to do that. I mean, I'm fine with the moment of silence. I don't.
Who is Jason Fulham?
He's dead.
Okay.
Attention, we have a non-listener. I repeat, a non-listener. All Dead Radio Podcast employees, please note the following. Do not attempt to explain our deep inside jokes. Do not attempt to re-explain what the bell does. Do not attempt to expect them to know who Bailey J is. Now please proceed with the show.
Jason Fulham is...
You're not supposed to explain it. That's the first time we've ever been able to use that organically.
Yeah, so you're not allowed to know. It's an inside joke. You have to go back.
Well, and you scared me with that little sound effect because that noise is my ringtone for the big boss at the company. So I looked at my phone. I'm like, uh-oh. He heard me on the podcast.
The stations are off the air.
Yeah, that's right. Here I am 70 miles away.
How's that going? Are you and Sal just on call, or what's the deal?
We are. It's working out okay right now.
Uh-huh.
But a lot of that is because, we live in a computer age. I mean, if you tried to do this 20 years ago.
Oh, my God, it would be a fucking nightmare.
It would be, because you didn't have computers.
Talk about on-call duties for the radio station.
Don't you love when you leave a job and you're like, they're going to be fucked.
And then they're not?
Yeah, and he's like, it's working out fine.
I mean, I'll put it to you this way. We miss having you there, both personally and professionally, but right now we're getting by.
Okay.
And I guess, maybe we're just survivors, We all, I think in life sometimes, and not to get too serious, sometimes in life, you go through a challenge, but you find you make it through it.
And sometimes you come on the floor of the common room in Marist College.
That's like the new low for you. Of all the things you had to bring that up in relation to.
I was just picturing like a Ferris Bueller kind of monologue, and I feel like you should have let it happen.
And just like...
But you had to ruin
Sometimes life moves pretty fast. If you don't slow down and take a look, you just might miss it.
If you don't slow down and rub one
you
out.
Want to do titles, or...
Yeah. I think so. I
got some good ones. It started off pretty slow, but I think we got some good ones.
That's the outro music. That means we're done. Thank you for coming by and sharing. That 9/11 shit was deep, but
yeah,
I think it was insightful.
And I hope
that the image of that is pretty haunting. I mean, not to sound like a douche or anything, but that's just like the way that you said that, and the way that I pictured it, like just that dark room, and that just like.
What'd you do after? Like you got down there, and you saw.
He jerked off. Isn't that where we got? No.
I went back to the dorm, and the other thing I'll never forget is, I'll be quick, is they were my dorm mates.
You don't have to be quick. I have 17 minutes of this outro, so you take all the time you need.
They were sitting there watching us eating McDonald's, and in some sense, I felt, not to belittle my dorm mates, but I don't know how they could eat, and it almost felt like I felt guilty that here were people eating McDonald's. There are people underneath the rubble of ash.
Rubble.
That was a big fucking deal for a lot of people. Like just getting back to normal. And
we got wagon wheel because it was the closest thing. No, we got fucking Eddie's Gourmet Pizza because they were delivering. Because Kate's house, you could see the restaurant, and we would still call and fucking get delivery, and we give the guy like $5 fucking for a tip because we felt like such fucking assholes.
Because they probably hung up the phone and was just like, "Are you fucking serious?"
Yeah, but they got to know us after a while. So, but yeah, I think we got Eddie's Gourmet Pizza, and just sat there and were sad and just smoked cigarettes.
Those were the days.
Yeah, it was 2001.
All right, so let's go over show titles. During the show, Adam has compiled a list of possible titles, and we will review them now. You have a vote because you're.
It doesn't really count for anything. It's kind of his final decision.
It's my final decision because I'm going to do the final edit. Not edit, but I'm going to put it together.
Your opinions will be noted.
Yes, we noted and taken under consideration.
So I have, it's like drinking a cup of vomit. Now, this was not even said on the show. It was during the break. I have black socks and Crocs.
Oh. All right.
Went all the way to Port Jervis, the Detroit of New York.
Okay.
Her name was Cocaine. And how long before you jerked off after 9/11?
Big thumbs down.
And I don't watch the Logo channel that often.
Big thumbs up.
You know what? I think that's the one.
Probably.
I agree.
Thank you, Gavin. Can you circle that one?
Yeah.
And hashtag black socks and Crocs. Thank you, sir. Successful show.
And hopefully I will be welcome back.
Absolutely.
This
Come
sounds
here.
interesting, this condom challenge.
Yes, we'll have you back in for the condom challenge.
Well, we're going to use this dick, which I think, I mean, it's above the international average, but it's,
if I ever get around to doing my clone Willie, maybe we can finally have an average dildo.
That'd be funny, because Brooke did say that was about right.
She's a
earlier.
fucking liar.
She said that was pretty close.
And a bitch.
So she said that was pretty close. So that's like 4 inches. And I mean, it's like, it's got a good ratio. It's 4 inches long. It's about an inch around. So that's good girth for a 4-inch penis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's flaccid, by the way.
Okay. Yeah,
I think
you
that's
said
what she
that.
meant.
You said that, and she said no. She laughed at you. And the size of your penis. But anyway.
So that's what being married is like.
Yeah, it's being married is like being a cuck.
So yeah, we'll go and we'll buy a bunch of different condoms, and we'll really see if a Magnum condom is just needed for a person with a giant penis.
Right.
Because you can seriously take a regular condom and stretch it to fucking here.
Yeah.
On your goddamn elbow.
What I want to know is if they make special condoms for people whose head, like the head is really thick and big. You know, because
so your dick's like a tuna can, is what you're saying.
No. I mean, like, hold on.
It's like 4 inches around.
Like the dick is kind of like, we got a sharp. You know what I mean? Like that's extreme, but you know what I mean? Like the head is really thick.
Well, I think a regular condom would work fine for
I would
that.
say the head is double the size of the.
So you think it's just gonna like slide off?
Yeah, so the condom would go over it like this. Hold on. So if this is the penis, the condom would be like this because it's got the reservoir tip.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I'm not drawing this right. So the condom would go over it like this, but then it would like.
It would just.
It'd be hang loose.
So
around
it would look
the
like
shaft.
it would look like a person in a fucking like a white sheet ghost outfit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
It
it would just flop around on
Yes.
the shaft.
Yes.
That's gonna cause a lot of leakage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
I think
saying.
you're gonna need to go with a smaller size condom and just constrict the head.
Oof.
Are you looking for like real advice, or you just?
No,
is this for a friend?
No, I'm just I'm just exploring. I'm exploring possibilities.
Yeah,
because
he's been looking at a lot of pictures of dicks lately, and he's just wondering how it all works.
I've seen dicks before that, you know.
Might have this problem.
Yeah. I don't know. Anywho, That's the show. Congratulations, we've made it. We've did it.
We've did it.
All right.
I'm going to go home and eat braised short ribs.
I'm going to stay home and find something to eat. Top Notch Improv by Ryan Bosch.
It was terrible. I've been braising short ribs for 5 hours. It's going to be wonderful. They're even gluten-free, but you can't have any because I'm going to eat them all.
Okay.